As I stand here, I'd like to give a case in point of what I've heard from the people on ground. People are asking, could it be that with the issue of Ferdinand Waititu, could it be that he's a critic of the government and that's why he's behind bars? And I'll also give, I'll also give another case in point. The MP for Sirisia, that is John Waluke, we've seen that he went for trial against the corruption cases that are on him. The trial court, the High Court, and the Court of Appeal proved him guilty, but the Supreme Court overturned his ruling. This leaves us to ask, could it be that the EACC and the Supreme Court have loopholes that are being exploited? Now, as I turn to the media, as a young budding journalist, I also turn my attention to the media, and I'd love to ask us, we've been granted mandate and rights by our constitutions to have media press going on. But the question leaves, with the current happenings in our nation, are we really doing what we're supposed to be? Are we giving sweepish news? And sorry about that. I'm a little bit nervous, forgive me for that. I've observed that later on, Kenyans have been asking, we as the Kenyan media, are we really doing what we're supposed to? Or we're doing things and leaving a loophole that is being exploited, whereby a narrative shifts from being for the better good to the political parties? That, I leave it to each and every one of us to answer the question and to know where we need to do. Also, I'd love to give a classical example that has been given, and that is on the traffic police officers. I commute from home every single day, and along Kiambu Road, there's a place at the Kenya Institute Polytechnic. They're cops. I see them pull people aside, and the first thing I see the driver do is get into their pockets, fold something small, as my lecturer, Wanyama Chibusiri, loves to say, it's called mulungula. That is bribe. It's a Swahili word. I see them fold and give them to eat, and I ask, where all of us were quiet in that matatu, do we really hold each other accountable? No, we don't. We are all okay. Because as long as you get the small thing and move, that's okay for you. I'd love, as we go out there, please, as we hold our leaders and even the people in higher and senior positions, let's also hold our society accountable for our actions. Once again, I'm Marion Wanjiku Ndishu, and thank you.
Let's appreciate her better. Those are the Gen Zs speaking, and they tell it as it is.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ernest Mudhini. I'm a colleague at Leicester University. I think I'm the only president who hasn't spoken, so on that. I am a president of, it's a new society. It's called Journalism Students Association of Kenya. So I'm the current president there. So first of all, thank you for this chance. To the ACC officials, the KEGO officials, and others, I hope that you're having a good afternoon. It's good I'm in this room. Probably I've interacted with some of the officials who have spoken. I'm Zubeida. I don't think you'll remember me, but back in high school, you came to Nkobo High School. I think you know it. I was still a student there. And you told us that you're going to help us to create a digital page. I'm still waiting for the digital page. Yeah, I was still in Form 3. And also... Consider it done. Okay. And also, Mr. Churchill, you came to my class, I think a few weeks ago. It was a very interactive session, so thank you very much. As my colleague has said, the outcome. So during that time, I was planning for an event, the First Media Annual Summit. He helped me in terms of getting people to attend the summit. It was our first event, which we did in MKU Town Campus, just around the street. Yeah, so helped me very much. Thank you, sir. So we have been able to get a lot as the Gen Z students, together with my colleague here, Marion. I would love to echo some of the things that I've heard from our CEO of EACC. He has said that we should prioritize fight against corruption, and that an institution is as good as the people who run it. And also the take that the chairperson David Oginde has given about the monkeys. Just funny enough, as I was coming in the morning, just outside here, there was an Uber. I think it parked on the wrong place. Then the kanjo was like, toka hapa, was banging on the door. And the Uber driver just lowered the window, gave him the 50 shillings, and after that, he was very, very happy. So, yeah, so it shows that they're still active and they're still doing their job. And this will make me pose this question to you. In light to the actions that the EACC is doing regarding the financial, the 2024 finance bill, remember the last year. So I would love to pose this to the EACC. What actions has the EACC taken regarding the killings of Gen Z protesters during the Reject Finance Bill demonstrations, particularly in investigations and holding the officers involved accountable? During the Gen Z protests last year, we lost some few Gen Zs due to the protest. There are still some abductions issues that are still there, so probably they need to be investigated on that issue. And also, in light to what is happening right now, I love probably to go to this controversial person, Morara Kebaso, where he does this thing of exposing on stalled government projects. So what actions has the EACC taken to investigate or address the concerns he has raised? For example, there is the Kamarini Stadium in Elgeyo Marakwet, and also this to also love to post to the media. So how are you contributing to the recovery of these stolen assets? Are there specific strategies that the media professionals are adopting to ensure greater accountability from the public? That's all the time I had. Thank you.
Let's appreciate them better.